Greetings, 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 my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, it is a blessed day. All right, so couple of things I want to share with you all. So I was on the West Indies website, and I was doing some reading, and I saw where they have 5 players listed that they call these 5 players to watch in the ongoing Tri series. Very interesting, my peeps. A couple of them would have done well in the recently concluded West Indies Championship, and we would have seen players on this list also that probably wouldn't have done well in red ball cricket, or they haven't played any red ball cricket in a while, but the opportunity is now there for them to make some noise. So gonna go through this list. So just do me a big favor. If you are just stumbling up on this platform and you have not yet subscribed, you need to subscribe because you're missing out on a whole lot of cricketing content. So hit that subscribe button, all right? So let us go down into it. So the headline says 5 players to watch in the Headley Weeks series. 5 players to watch in the Headley Weeks series. And, with India set to tour us for 2 test matches, and with the West Indies A team set to take on Bangladesh in their A tour, it is a good time for some of these players to go out there and to show what they are capable of. We also have the ICC Men's World Cup coming up, so players should grab this opportunity with both hands and just go out there and put everything on the table. Doesn't necessarily mean that you will be selected, because we would have seen players that consistently dominate the regional championship in their discipline, whether it is batting or, well, most of the batsmen usually get selected, but we see bowlers that regularly do well and they don't get selected. So I don't know. I can't guarantee that a man will be selected. So the first name they have, the MVP of the recently concluded West Indies Championship, that is Alick Athanaze. And they say the free scoring left-hander might be the most obvious pick and one that many will have an eye on. They say he will captain the week's team like he did with the Windward Island Volcanoes, and seems to thrive with the leadership. He just concluded the championship with 647 runs in 5 matches. You understand? 5 matches in the West Indies Championship, my peeps. And, we would have seen him with 450s and 200s before, with 5. So in those 5 matches, he had 450s and I think he had a couple of hundreds. They say before the season, Athanaze only averaged 27.5 in 36 first-class innings. And I remember when I was talking to him, after I did the interview with him and I was talking about him, I saw some people saying, there is nothing special there. There is nothing special there. Look at his average. But you have to be able to understand when a player is on the rise and, is moving forward. So, it's good to see him doing his thing. Now, on the back of you probably will remember that in the Super 50, he also scored quite a bit of runs. You understand? So basically I knew he has unlocked a new level to his game. So Alick Athanaze is one of those guys that we will be watching. The next person is Brandon King, a player that most people want to see play all formats of cricket. He has the technique, he has the ability. So they say Brandon King, the West Indies T20 international opener, has only played 5 first-class matches in 5 seasons due to his prowess in T20 cricket. They say still his return could open up another avenue since debuting in 2015. King averages under 35 in 32 first-class matches with 300s early in his career. But I would say that he has matured. He has developed his game. He has a better understanding of what is expected. So, we just got to watch. You understand? I think he actually opened the batting against New Zealand in a West Indies A tour a couple of years ago. So Brandon King is definitely one of those guys. I would agree. So the next person they have on here is Dominic Drakes. And you will remember that in the West Indies Championship, Dominic Drakes wasn't featuring. So, obviously he's one of those guys that they are looking forward to seeing doing some work here. Then they will probably allow him to play in the West Indies A tour, and then they will move from there. Now 25 years of age, he should be looking to get to his best. I mean, injuries have definitely hampered his career so far, but he's definitely somebody that I wouldn't say that I am eagerly awaiting or anticipating what he's going to do, but I can see why they are watching him. A left-handed left arm bowler, has the ability to bowl a lot of slower balls, a little bit tricky, get the ball to move around a little bit, not overly pacey, but I can understand why they would want to watch him. The next person is Kevin Sinclair, and I definitely agree with that. Kevin Sinclair, he has done pretty well, not only with the ball, also with the bat. Obviously Goody Kishmoti is our frontline spinner in Test cricket, but you never know, you might be going on tour and you need somebody else to, you might be going to the subcontinent or somewhere that you need another spinner. And we would have seen that the man that they like to select to play all three formats, it's not working out. So Kevin Sinclair has definitely done enough work to get into the Tri-Series squads, and he has done that. So it will be interesting. It will be interesting. His latest claim to fame would have been that final day bowling performance that bowled the Guyana Harpy Eagles to victory. The next guy they have is Hakeem Agusti, a former West Indies Rising Stars under-19 captain. We haven't seen much of him, my peeps. He has played a couple of games, but he hasn't done a lot. He hasn't done a lot in terms of going out there and scoring a lot of runs. So those are the players that they have there. Alick Athanaze 1, Brandon King 2, they have Dominic Drakes 3, Kevin Sinclair 4, and as I said, Hakeem Agusti 5. He's one of those guys that when he was at the under-19 level captaining and all of that, he was brilliant. But since we haven't had a lot of runs from him, we haven't seen much of him. So, definitely hoping that he will be able to do his thing in this little Tri-Series. So that is basically it, my peeps. As I said, I took this from CWI's website. This is not my information. I just I'm just reading it. Probably later on I will give you a couple players that I personally would say they are the players to watch for me. So I would definitely have Alick Athanaze and Brandon King in there. So maybe what I can do later on is come up with a video called 5 other players to watch in the Tri-Series. So probably going to look at that, my peeps. In the meantime, just big up on yourself and go and stay safe. See?